Hi, this is Trevor Manton. Greatly appreciate you guys supporting the automotive and racing industry. We're a 3-generation family-owned, American-made product company. We manufacture in Southern California. We make everything from pushrods to Rockerarms, the majority of the valve train components that you would see in a high-end racing engine. We do everything from custom tapered pushrods for the blown alcohol and top fuel cars, and all the high-end adjusting screw replacements for our rockers and most of the aftermarket rocker arm systems out there. Everything we make is made in-house, so we can do everything at a rapid response rate. We tend to use all 3-piece pushrod, so that way we can use the versatility of the heat treatments to make a nice bearing surface at the tip end, and we can heat treat the center section of the pushrod to make it a critical loading column to give it a better total strength, and we can make it more accurate to what is needed. When you call us, we're simply going to go out into our manufacturing facility with the order sheet with the length that you give us and take it to one of our manufacturing cells, and they're going to trim that tubing, and we're going to install the pushrod tips inside our facility, so it doesn't need to leave. So you tell us exactly what the caliper says, and we're going to make that for you, whether that's a straight pushrod or one of the tapered pushrods, or if you need a tool steel tip to go with your Jessel tool steel adjusting screw, because we need the ball of the pushrod tip harder than the cup of the adjusting screw. Or if we're using a nice T&D steel rocker arm, we can still use one of our 8620 billet tip ends and go into one of our core hardened 270,000 PSI Series 5 heat treatments. Or for your hydraulic roller LS, your Vortec or your Gen 3 Hemi, we can go to an 1130 seconds Series 3 pushrod, which would be 170,000 PSI. But again, we can make it to any length you tell us that your caliper says is needed to preload your hydraulic lifter, or based off of your deck height or your lifter seat position. We also make a large number of rocker arms. All the rocker arms we make are a tool steel grade or a core hardened 4340 billet. So we do not make any consumer grade products. This is all racing driven. We are not here to say there isn't a market for something else. We just pride ourselves in making a top fuel quality product where we started, and everything from your LS bolt-on rocker arm to your Nostalgia top fuel rocker system uses the same materials and component pieces, so that way you're getting the same quality as the person you're watching on TV. We're getting into a growing line of valve springs, everything from your solid roller, heavily boosted Hemi, your small block, all the way to your LS. We make conical valve springs that would have a more moderate rate and a lower installed pressure for a factory style application, while still giving you the versatility that you need to be able to use it on a racetrack to lift the valve more than you would with a factory spring. The Manton family has continued to add more product to the diesel line and some of the bolt-on upgrade line. So all of our bolt-on upgrades stay with a factory ratio, so that way we can use the existing OEM camshaft while providing more reliability and durability, so that way we have safety factor for applications that need it, whether it's a marine application or potentially a generator that is being used in an application where it is used in a failure safety for like a hospital. So whether you're 12-valve Cummins needs a set of roller rocker arms for your drag race truck, or you simply need a conical valve spring that will provide more safety from valve float occurring, so that way we can not drop the seats out of the head, as well as complete line of push rods, everything from your drop-in push rod from your Power Stroke Cummins or Duramax, from a 3/8 push rod all the way up to a 9/16 push rod for a Cummins drag racing application for sled pulling. We offer roller rocker arms for most applications. All of these would really be a tool steel. 4340, like our billets, are not tool steel. H13, like we use here, is a true tool steel. That doesn't mean that 4340 is a bad material, it's just not the same. So we use H13 tool steel for all of our diesel rocker arms. Our valve bridges are all a billet grain aligned. They're not a forging. We use a grain aligned billet. And then the valve springs are all conicals, so that way we can again provide more reliability and durability in all applications. We also have a growing line of tappets for tool steel applications for racing. So these would be for a steel camshaft for racing only, not for anything on the street. And then we have your spring tools to install the valve springs while the cylinder heads are still on the engine. And then we would have essentially an upgrade for your OEM, so your adjusting screws and your valve bridges can be used with factory rocker arms or our upgraded rocker arms from everything from, again, your Power Stroke, your Duramax, or your Cummins. So we are priding ourselves in, again, providing the utmost of quality while keeping the family-owned and customer serviced at the utmost and forefront of our business. So again, we want to tell you as the consumer, thank you for looking at our product, and anything we can do to help meet the need of your build, please let us know. Thank you very much from the Manton family.